I'm staying here alone tonight. Something in here just went bang. That's probably where they are. So, I'm on my way to my very first Highland adventure. Driven out to a place called Duror, and I'm hiking out to a very remote little building called a bothy, which is a kind of building that can be found all over the Highlands, kind of like shelters from the weather for weary travellers that are basically just open to everybody. Thought it might be fun to hike out there, see if it's empty, and if it is, I'm going to stay there the night. That might be quite scary, but I'm going to try it anyway and see what happens. I think I'm not far now, but I have to say, this is killing me. with that backpack, with the logs in the middle, I suppose the only consolation is that the logs should be gone if I can get to stay there tonight and burn them for the way back. So, but yeah, look, that's a pretty steep climb, and it's kind of still going up. Okay, I can see a roof. I think we finally made it. Just over there. So it's the moment of truth. Is anybody there? Fingers crossed. Well, I've actually found it empty. Amazing. But look at this. This is the view outside. This place is giving me serious cabin in the woods vibes. You know, I've seen all them movies, Blair Witch, Evil Dead. Luckily there's no cellar and no trapdoor as far as I can tell. I'm not under any illusions that I'm going to get any sleep tonight, because once it gets dark out here, there's going to be absolutely no light whatsoever, apart from the light I have from the fire burner, etc. So I found the burn. As you can see, this is basically just a tiny stream that's trickling down from the mountain, and it is literally right next to the bothy, so it's well handy. Lovely tomato soup, cream of tomato soup. Yeah, it's a bit late in the day for a coffee. I want to give myself the best chance to get some sleep. As you can see, there's a lovely wood burner in here. You may have noticed it earlier. And I brought along these kind of self-lighting fire logs. There's two there, one already in there ready to go. As soon as it gets a bit dusky, I'm going to be lighting that, and it'll be nice and cozy. So, I've got the fire going, got a nice little candle lit on the table there as well. I've also got my tent light on the ceiling there, which is doing so far a pretty good job, even on the low setting, of lighting the room. So yeah, it's looking good. So, it's almost night time. You can see the sun is almost gone. It's getting very dark in here now. But I've lit some candles all over the place. The fire's still going. It's actually quite warm by the fire. That's why I've decided to move my sleeping area onto the bench there right next to the fire, because it was too cold down the end of the building. I mean, that's quite far away. Yeah, I didn't want it to be, in complete darkness down here, so I've lit a few candles. Some lovely ambience there. That light on the ceiling there is doing a great job of making this look like a really, really well lit, kind of almost studio-like environment. It's wicked. But it is still kind of creepy. And let's not forget, I'm staying here alone tonight, and there's no locks on these bothies. Anyone could just walk in at any time, so I can only hope that now it's night and that it's a bit wet outside, that no one's going to barge through the door and make me absolutely crap myself. So this bothy was the birthplace of a guy called James Stewart, also known as James of the Glen, and he was wrongfully accused and hung for a murder that he never committed. It was basically just executed by association because I think, was it his brother? I can't remember the exact details. Maybe his brother was the one they thought did it and they couldn't get him, so they basically just hung the next best thing, which is bang out of order. Now, he didn't die here, so I doubt that his ghost will be walking around here. And he probably wasn't born in this building either, it turns out. A local was saying that he was born in this vicinity, or in this location. But yeah, he was hung in 1752, and I'm not entirely sure this building's been around that long. So, the question is this place scary? It certainly looks atmospheric, doesn't it? Now that all the candles are on and the wood burner's going. Did I mention that the door doesn't lock? Yeah, that does worry me. It's literally just a latch like a shed door. There's a latch and a kind of slide bolt, but you can undo both from the outside. And this is quite a remote location. I'm hoping that it's far enough out the way. I mean, it's a hell of a hike to get up here. Doing it in the dark would be mental, probably, unless you had a really powerful torch and knew your way. It's not the most pleasant weather up here tonight. The clouds did roll in as the sun went down. But again, it's not entirely beyond the realms of possibility that someone may come bursting in here at some point. And yeah, I'm not expecting any ghosts or mad axe murderers. I bloody hope not anyway. The light might play tricks with me once I turn this main overhead light off and try and settle down just with the firelight and the candles. But I'm hoping that I'll just be able to close my eyes and drift off. So I have heard some stags calling outside. Still quite far away, but I couldn't hear them inside earlier, and now I can. So I'm wondering just whether they might come right up outside the building. And if they do and start hooting and hollering, that's going to really, really, really scare me. But anyway, I thought we might just have a little look outside the door at just how dark it is now. So yeah, by torchlight alone, it's not as scary as I thought it would be. I mean, if I came face to face with something looking at me, that would probably freak me out. But yeah, as you can see, can't really see much. I have got a wide beam on, so even with the beam focused, I really can't see very far at all. But yeah, let's widen the beam again. There we go. So yeah, I don't know if you can hear the burn flowing down the hill there. Can't actually hear any more stags. Hopefully they've moved on. They may even have heard me. But yeah, it's pretty dark. And I don't know, it is kind of peaceful though. I'm not too scared yet. It's if I hear any noises outside, that's going to freak me out. Hopefully I won't hear any noises. Right, let's go back inside where it's nice and warm and cozy. There we go. That's better. That's a much nicer environment to be in. I don't think I'm going to go back out there again unless I really need a wee or something. So nothing to report yet, but my feet are getting a bit cold. So I've actually got them toasting in front of the burner now. Still very, very quiet. And I don't know, I thought I'd be much more scared than this. And so far I'm not. Hopefully nothing will change. So I'm in my sleeping bag now. I turned the overhead light off because it was, LED, a bit too bright. Good for filming, but not so good for going to sleep. So now I've just got 2 candles and the fireplace. Look. 2 candles on the table in the middle. Fireplace still going well. Feeling nice and toasty. Hopefully my boots will dry out there on the floor. So I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Something in here just went bang. I think it was just like a plastic bottle or something, because there's a few that have been left on the table, but I haven't heard them bang all day since I've been here. I don't know if it's like maybe the temperature made them expand or something, but yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen again. Okay, so it has been a very peaceful night, but I just couldn't get more than a few hours sleep. I mean, it was really, really quiet, didn't get no strange noises. But yeah, it's currently 2:40 in the morning and I just can't get back to sleep. It started raining. I don't know if you can hear it spattering on the roof. So I just thought, I'm going to get up, stick that last log on the fire because it did burn out. I have laid here in the dark for a little while, and to be honest, I was getting a bit restless, so I just had to get up and do something. So I've managed to just about keep the fire going, but I've gone through almost all of that pine that was in the corner there when I first came last night. Plus the big logs. I just can't get the really big logs to go. I've been trying and trying. So yeah, it's warm for the time being, but I think it's going to die in the next 20 minutes. So while I've still got the roaring heat and a bit of light from that, I wanted to just quickly show you this Bothy book. So it's basically just where people put how their night went, talk about their stay, put the date in there, etc. So you know when they stayed. It's really nice. Mostly it's just people writing stuff, but look at this. Occasionally you get someone who goes the whole hog and does some fantastic descriptive artwork of all of the people who stayed here, their names, what kind of weather it was, and yeah. Oh, and the dog as well. Fantastic, I love it. So I'm going to put my own entry in there before I leave, and probably pop my YouTube channel on there as well, in case anyone who stays here wants to go and watch my video after. Probably not. It's mostly people who've never stayed here before. They'll be looking for that kind of YouTube video because that's what I did. So it's still another hour and 10 minutes before sunup, and I've pretty much packed everything away. All the firewood's burnt out. And I really would like a coffee. I've already had a porridge and I've run out of water, and the only way I'm going to replenish that is from the burn, which isn't that far away as you saw yesterday, but in the dark. And I just heard 10 minutes ago some stags calling, sounded quite close. It's a bit daunting. Anyway, let's do it. Okay, as you can see, still very, very dark. Honestly, the shadows as well. And there's all this woodland here. That's probably where they are. Well, here's the burn. Looks a bit fuller than it was last night. Yeah, I can't see anything. So yeah, it's done. It's fantastic. It's so much better than I actually anticipated. Other videos I've seen on YouTube don't do it justice, to be fair. And I'm very, very glad that I came. And no ghosts or mad axe murderers either, which is always a bonus. Okay, so the sun's up now. I've swept the place. If anything, I think it looks a lot cleaner than when I first came. So I've left it lovely and clean for the next visitors. So that's it. Time to hike back down to the car. I survived the night. So, if you enjoyed the video as much as I did making it, then please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers!